The old Calloway house sat at the top of the hill, with barren trees surrounding it like an army of dead soldiers. It had the archetypical look of every creeping, eerie, and dilapidated haunted house ever imagined. The two children could easily imagine ghosts or other evil entities inhabiting the rooms, crouching low behind the broken glass of the windows. Creeping slowly up the broken paving stones of the drive, they held hands, bravely advancing on the main gate, their eyes as big as pie plates. The boy, Brian, was putting on airs, trying to act brave in front of his sister, Kim. Well, his stepsister, actually. The old house had quite a reputation in the neighborhood amongst the other kids. Some said that the previous owner had murdered his entire family with an axe. Some of the kids talked about satanic rituals held on the night of the harvest moon. Some said that kids that had moved during the year were sacrificed to demons to assure a prosperous harvest for the coming year. Brian would simply point out that the farming community had long ago been urbanized. The others' protests were then usually shouted down, or these believers would eventually leave, embarrassed when it was evident Brian knew the truth. Even at that young age, he realized that some people wanted the fantastic to be real, that there was power in being able to mold opinion, even if it were completely and provably bunk. Brian listened, carefully, evaluating the dreck from the facts and sifting the fine pieces of evidence to ultimately know what was reality. Brian and Kim had endlessly discussed the mystery surrounding the place and tried to discover any angle that would shed light on the reason everyone thought it was haunted. Even in the summer, and especially when the rains were pelting it with greasy drops of water, the house exuded evil. It wasn't any one thing, but the entire appearance of the place, coupled with the strange, deserted architecture and rambling garden. The awkwardly planted trees and shrubs, the general disrepair of the structure. Everything combined to make Calloway House something that seemed to seethe with unclean or nasty things. Brian and Kim had always remained steadfast, through the long seasons, to the mission of investigating the haunted mansion.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.